I'm going to talk about the fracture mechanics of thin plates, more specifically, thin plates with central cracks. First, I'll go over some theory, and then we'll do an example. So, let's examine a thin plate. Okay, let's do a little drawing. We've got our plate here. A little thick there. And we've got our crack here. Okay, we're going to call this thickness T. We're going to call this width 2W. And we're going to call this crack just 2C. Then we've got the stress coming from the top and the stress from the bottom. What we want to find is the stress intensity factor for the crack. Now, how do we do that? So the stress intensity factor, Ki, is equal to Ko. And Ko is for a central crack of 2C with a plate thickness of T and a uniform tensile stress of sigma g. So Ko is then equal to sigma square root of pi c. Sigma is equal to sigma g, which is equal to the stress over the area, which is equal to stress over 2W times T. So this then is equal to 1.8 square root of C, which is the simplification of square root of pi and square root of C, times sigma g. This is your final equation. Okay, now let's do an example. A plate of width 2W equals 6 inches and thickness T equals 0.06 inches is made of 7075 T651 aluminum. SU equals 78 kilograms per square inch, SY equals 70 kilograms per square inch. It has a plane stress KIC equal to 60 kilograms per square inch times square root inch. It is used in an aircraft component which will be inspected periodically for cracks. Estimate the highest load P that can be applied without causing sudden fracture when a central crack grows to a length 2C of 1 inch. Okay, let's start by writing out our formula. If you remember, KIC is equal to 1.8 sigma g square root. Oh, let's redo that. Square root C. Okay, let's write out what we have. So our width, 2W equals 6 inches. Our thickness is equal to 0.06 inches. Our KIC is equal to 60 kilograms per square inch times square root inches. And we want to find the P. Oh, and our crack is equal to 1 inch. So now let's plug in what we have. 60 is equal to 1.8. And remember, sigma g is equal to P over 2W times T square root C. 60 is equal to 1.8 P over 6 times 0.06 square root. 2c equals 1, so 1c is 0.5. Now let's rearrange that equation to equal p. P is equal to 60 times 6 times 0.06 over 1.8 times square root of 0.5. Plug that in your calculator and you should get around 16,790 pounds. Sorry, it's 16,970 pounds. Now, to figure out whether this will cause a crack, we use our formula sigma n is equal to P over 2T W minus C. 16,790 pounds over 2 times 0.06 times 3 minus 0.5. You should get 56.6 KSI, which is greater than SY.